my channel. Today I'm doing the March makeup haul. I have bought loads and loads of products, and so I felt that it's better to split it up. So I bought loads of products from Colourpop and Morphe brushes, and I think I will be doing a separate haul for that because there's just loads there and it's just going to take ages. Another reason is I loved some of the products so much that I've placed another order for more things. So when they all arrives together, I'll be doing a combined makeup haul for that. Or I might even split it up, Colourpops and Morphe brushes. Let me know what you think. Okay, so firstly, I bought some concealers from LA Girl. This one is Beautiful Bronze. This one is Toffee and this one is Espresso. This is mainly for contouring. They come with a brush like this. So you just squeeze the end and use the brush just to apply it wherever you want to. So I thought, let me try these colours out. I do really like these, so I'm sure I'll be ordering different shades as well. I then ordered 8 eyeshadows from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I wasn't too keen on some of the shades, but there's others in there that I absolutely love. So I can swatch them now for you so you guys can see. So firstly we have the shade Blushing, which is a light pink colour. Just swatch that there. So it's almost showing off, bring it closer, like a light pink colour, but as you can see there's not much of a payoff. It's really light. Excuse that, sorry, it's the Colourpop lip stain that I used, and it just doesn't budge. So it's a good one, and I'll be going through that with you when I go through my Colourpop collection, but for now that is the shade Blushing, and this was one of the colours that I didn't actually like because it's just not pigmented at all, and a lot of the Anastasia Beverly Hills shadows are nice, so this was actually a disappointment. The next one is Rose, which is almost like a metallic-y type of a colour, and again not much there. Now it feels like I need to scrape off some of the top layer like that and then rub it into my finger to get a bit of a better sort of a colour, but again it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. If my brush is damp, maybe it might come out better, but it's another disappointment, so I don't like this colour at all. Then we have this shade which is called Metal, and this I actually liked. It is really soft. I wouldn't say it's that creamy, but just you need a tiny bit on your brush and it will go a long way. So this one I actually liked, and this is the shade Metal. This one is the shade Moss, which is a nice olive green colour. So it does come out, but it's not as pigmented as that colour called Metal, but it still is a really nice colour. So that is Moss. The next shade is called Glisten, which is a nice sort of peachy brown colour. And this one does glide on nicely as well, so I'll bring it a lot closer so you can see it's this colour here. So that's Glisten. Now this colour is my favourite colour out of the collection that I actually got. I mean, I'm sure there's others that are still really nice, but this one out of the 8 that I've got is my favourite, and this is called Henna, and it is really creamy, and look at the pigment. It is so gorgeous. It's that sort of a browny orange colour, but it just glides on so nicely. I love it. Really nice. Then we have Labyrinth, which is like a purpley colour with a brownish maroony sort of undertone to it, and that is this colour here. This one is on the softer colour side, so it doesn't actually, I think you need more of the colour to apply on it, or maybe use a damp brush. So this was one of them that didn't actually have really good pigments in it compared to henna or something like that. So my last one is the colour called Aubergine. I think this is one of the newer ones that are out, which, as the name says, is a dark purple aubergine colour. Just gonna swatch that there, which is this colour here. Bring it closer. So that works well. Again, the pigments on this, not as good as some of the other colours, but mediocre. For ABH, I thought some of the eyeshadows aren't as good as I thought it would be, to be honest. So sticking to Anastasia Beverly Hills, I got these two lip colours. This one is the shade Soft Lilac, and this one is American Doll. There were more colours that I wanted, but it was out of stock. So these are the ones I've got now, and I do have a few coming in the parcel that will be down, I think, next month now. But the swatches of this, which is the American Doll, really bright red colour. These are matte, by the way. And the Soft Lilac is that one there. So these are really, really nice, really pigmented. Compared to the eyeshadows, these are so good. The only downfall to the colours, I've tried both of them and they've both given me the same sort of feeling. It might not be the same for all of the colours, but these two for sure on me, is that they're very drying. Even though I put lip conditioner on, which I normally do if I'm applying any matte lip products, they were so drying. When I took it off, my lips were so dry for the rest of the day. The following day, I had to keep putting lip balm on because it was just really dry. So that was all really, the colouring of it is perfect. Hands down, no problem with these. The only aspect was the drying aspect for me. It might not be the same for everyone, but if you are one that does generally tend to have dry lips, just be careful. Apply loads and loads and loads of lip conditioner before you apply these. So sticking with the lip colour theme, I got this MAC lip pencil, which is a Pro Longwear one in the shade More to Love. I'll just swatch that for you. So it's a nice dark magenta pink colour, and it's one of my favourites. This is the third one that I've got now, so I use it quite a bit. Then I bought these lightening and darkening shade adjusting drops by The Body Shop. I have done a tutorial on this as to how I use them, not only to adjust the shade of my foundation, but to use as highlighting and contouring. So once that video goes up, I will link it down below so you guys can see it too. So these are the shade adjusting drops. They come in a dropper like this, so you just squeeze and it will drop amounts of the liquid. Usually it says you just apply one drop to adjust it either way, or you can add more depending on the colouring that you want. I also bought this from The Body Shop, which is the Drops of Youth Eye Concentrate. It's basically an eye roll-on, and it's supposed to help a little bit with the dark circles. That's the roll-on bit. Dark circles, but also fine lines. So I'm gonna try that out, see what I think of it. I haven't tried it yet because I'm still using the one that I have got already, but once that finishes I'll be using this, and I'll let you guys know once I've finished it and see what results I get with it. Then I got these two colour tattoos by Maybelline. This one is Creme de Nude, which is like a really nice nude colour. I use this as a base on my eyelid, and it's a dupe, I believe, for the MAC Soft Ochre. So this works really well just to blend out any sort of colouring on the lids before any eyeshadows go on, so that the colouring of the eyeshadows appear a lot better. Then we have this one, which is Creme de Rose, which is a nice sort of vintage pink colour. So this works well for a lot of my brides for their registry look, so this one works really well for that. So from Boots, I got this hydrating, I don't know if you can see it, I'll take it out of here. It's the Express Hydration Primer, which is really nice. I've gone through this, like, loads of these. So it comes like this in a jar. It's sealed, but it smells so nice, and it leaves your skin feeling really nice and fresh and hydrated. Even though I've got an oily T-zone, it still works really well for me. Some people, if you've got really oily skin complexion, I probably wouldn't recommend it because it's the hydrating one, but they do have one for oily skin as well, so you can use one of these types for the oily skin. So always read what skin type it's for. Keeping on to primers, I went in and also got this Prime Magic green primer corrector, which is really good for my clients that have a pink undertone. Also, if they have lots of red blemishes, it really helps to counteract that, especially for photos. So I got this as I was running low on the one that I've already got. Next, I have two highlighters, the first of which is the Speedy Highlighter by Collection. Literally, you use this bottom part to twist it up and down, but it's really, really creamy, as you guys can see, and it works really well. You can just, once you put it on, you can just use your fingers or a blender sponge just to pat it out so it's not as harsh, or you can really wipe at it so you get just a tiny hint, like a glowy colour. So that is a really good product. I then have the Laura Geller Baked Illuminator in the shade Gilded Honey. If I can get this open, which looks like this. Let me bring it closer. So it's like that, and the colour of it is gorgeous. It's a really nice golden colour. Let me try bringing it closer again. Here. So it's more of a golden colour rather than the silver based one, so it works nice. The only downfall is the packaging. I thought for the price you pay for these, the packaging would have been better, but it's just like a cheap plastic one. So that is something that I didn't like. It does also come with a brush, which I have put in my bag, so I don't have it with me, but it comes with a brush as well. But I have my favourite other brushes that I prefer using with these. Lastly are my setting sprays. So there's one by MAC, which is a MAC Fix Plus one, and one by Urban Decay, which is the De-Slick. Now the Fix Plus, as most of you would have already seen, comes in a bottle like this, and instead of using it to fix my makeup, I use it generally on my brushes or my beauty blender sponge to dampen it, because the way it works with that, with the glycerine in it, it really helps. I personally don't think that the makeup lasts longer if it's sprayed onto the face compared to my Urban Decay one. It does work, don't get me wrong, it does work better than you not using anything at all, but the longevity of it is not as good as this. The payoff of the Urban Decay one is so much better. The reason why I got the De-Slick one is because of my oily T-zone. They do have one called All Nighter, which I also use on my brides. Those ones are also very, very good, but the De-Slick one is mainly aimed for clients that do have sort of like a combination or oily complexion. So that's it, guys. Thanks for putting up with me. It was kind of a long video. I tried to shorten it as much as I possibly could. I have got a few more coming up soon, as I said earlier, with my Colourpops and my Morphe brushes. Those I think I will be doing separate ones, otherwise they'll be far too long. And I do have other videos coming up soon, so don't forget to subscribe so you can see these notifications come up, and I hope you guys liked it.